Welcome back to our channel. Good morning. Welcome back to our channel. This morning we're going to be heading over to Fort Christmas, and it's a pioneer village in Christmas, Florida. It's located off of Highway 50, which is it's probably about halfway between I-95 and downtown Orlando. And besides a replica of a fort that used to be there, there are at least 7 old homestead houses, like little farmhouses, and there is a ranch house there also. And they're beautifully decorated, just like people are still living there. So it's a place that I've visited before and love to take pictures there. So we'll get there soon. Thanks for joining us. We've arrived in the Fort Christmas area, but you got to look for this sign and make a right, and then it's approximately maybe 1 or 2 miles down on the left-hand side. Beehead Ranch House, built in 1917 in Fort Christmas, Florida. Even have some chickens here. Oh, we're gonna go inside and take a look and see what the Beehead Ranch House is all about. Here's the kitchen area to the Beehead Ranch House. You know, it's just amazing how they decorate these old pioneer homes. It still looks like somebody lives here. But this gives you a glimpse into the life of the people that were trying to settle these swampy lands in Central Florida, build a homestead, and have some comfort. Here we have a view of the living room with a beautiful fireplace and even a piano for entertainment. Here is the main bedroom in the Beehead Ranch House. And this is probably the most comfortable pioneer home that's in here at Fort Christmas, because they even had glass windows. Quite a few of them just had wooden shutters and mosquito netting over the beds. But this home housed the ranch foreman and his family. And the reason they called it Beehead Ranch House is because there was oak trees that had hollow areas in them, and bees would gather in there, and the people that lived here would gather the honey and use it to sweeten things. Here you can see some of the tools that the ranch hands would need. They look like primitive tools, but they're in perfect condition and still could be used today to fix things around a ranch. This next house is called the Simmons II House, circa 1870. This is probably the most primitive house here in Fort Christmas. It's beautiful. Simmons 2 house. This next one is the Yates House, circa 1890s. This is the one I feel is also one of the most primitive in here. When I was doing an art show in Jupiter, I met a woman and I had a photograph on my wall in my tent of Beehead Ranch House. And she says, "So, my great-grandmother's house is in Fort Christmas." And I said, "Oh, well, where is it in there?" She goes, "It's the one closest to the road." And this is it. It's an amazing house, and I'll give you a look inside here. So here is the kitchen to the Yates house. I believe this kitchen was added to this house. It wasn't here in the beginning, from what I've read about this home. But it's very narrow, but it served its purpose. Here's the bedroom to the Yates house. Just a small window here that I'm sticking the camera through. Some mosquito netting. Very primitive. They were tough back then for sure. Here's one of the main crops that they grew to sell. Cotton. You couldn't eat it, but you could sell it. And you could also make clothes from it. Here is the Christmas post office. And we'll go in and take a look. Still in beautiful shape. There's a chicken coop over there. What's nice about Fort Christmas, it's open 6 days a week. The only day they're closed is Monday. I believe they're open from 9 to 4. But it's also free, no charge to get in. Next on the list is the Woods House, circa 1927, owned by Thomas Jefferson Woods, born in 1896. This next house is the Wheeler Bass House, circa 1905, built by Jim Wheeler in the early 1900s. There's Adele. Stairs leading up to a second floor. It's the kitchen area of the Wheeler Bass House. Back then, you had to can everything if you wanted to have vegetables in the colder months. You learned how to can and pickle your vegetables. Yeah. Here comes Adele. Thank God we didn't have to use those things, dear.
Catalog? That ripped the pages out. What? Use that as toilet paper. Yeah.
Now, besides the pioneer homes, this is the replica of the fort that used to be located here at Fort Christmas. And you can tour that also.